Have you ever been stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic and thought, there's got to be a better way? What if I told you the future of roadways could involve solar-powered streets, smart speed bumps, and even lanes that wirelessly charge your electric vehicle as you drive? Today, we're taking a ride into the future. A future where the roads are not only slabs of concrete, but dynamic, living systems that revolutionize the way we travel. Stick around, because we're about to unveil 10 mind-blowing road designs that have the potential to make traffic jams, pollution, and even traditional asphalt a thing of the past. Number 1. Solar roadways. Imagine cruising down a highway that doesn't only get you where you're going, but powers your journey and maybe even your home. Welcome to the electrifying world of solar roadways. I'm talking about roads made from textured glass filled with solar panels. These aren't only fancy showpieces, they're built tough, ready to bear the brunt of semi-trucks and Sunday drivers alike. And get this, a single mile of solar road could power hundreds of homes. Now, imagine LED-lit road markings that change in real time. Traffic jam ahead? Well, your road's got you covered with instant updates right under your tires. And let's not forget Mother Earth. These roads cut down on greenhouse gas emissions hugely, making the planet a whole lot more happy. Number 2. Smart roads. Get ready to meet the road that talks back. No, seriously, this is the age of smart roads, the asphalt of the future that's wired to be the hilt with sensors and Internet of Things tech. Forget the static roads of yesteryear. These babies are alive, interactive, and they have a lot to say. Imagine cruising down the highway, and before you even think about the jam up ahead, your road's already alerted your car, rerouting you to the quickest detour. But that's not all. Snowstorm, rain showers, well, smart roads adjust on the fly, activating heated surfaces or draining systems to keep you cruising smoothly. It's like driving on a road that has its own kind of climate control. And if you're thinking, wow, it must be a maintenance nightmare, well, think again. Smart roads are like self-diagnosing doctors of the highway. Pothole forming? A sensor catches it and alerts the road crew. And the cherry on top? Well, think of the potential for synchronized driving. Cars communicating with the road and each other to create a seamless flow of traffic. It's like a well-choreographed ballet on wheels. Number 3. Dynamic lane management. Let's talk about a road system that's as flexible as your work schedule should be. Meet dynamic lane management. Now, what if I told you the very lanes that you're driving on could adapt themselves based on real-time traffic data? It's the dreaded rush hour, and usually you're stuck in a sea of brake lights. With dynamic lane management, the road identifies the congestion and says, let's open up some extra lanes for outbound traffic. It's like having a road that's working overtime just for you. But this system isn't only a one-trick pony. Let's say there's an unexpected pileup or accident. These lanes can automatically widen to make way for emergency vehicles, making life easier and safer for everyone. During off-peak hours, the system can narrow down car lanes to make room for bike lanes or pedestrian space. And so it makes the road inclusive, adapting not only to the volume of cars, but also to the diversity of road users. Number 4. Wireless charging lanes. This is a concept that will make range anxiety a thing of the past. Say hello to wireless charging lanes. Instead of fretting about where the next charging station is, your car's charging itself while you drive. That's right, these are lanes specifically designed to charge your electric vehicle wirelessly as you go about your day. Now you may be asking, how does it work? Well, it's a great question. Think of coils embedded in the road that interact with the coils in your car, a bit like a large-scale version of your wireless phone charger. It's high-tech synergy between the road and your vehicle, transforming your lane into a sort of moving power mat. This equates to less time spent at charging stations, which means more time for you to do, well, anything else. And plus, smaller batteries could be used in electric vehicles, making them lighter and more energy efficient overall. It's a win-win scenario for everyone. And what's especially remarkable is how the technology opens doors, quite literally and metaphorically, for a future where electric vehicles become the norm, not the exception. It tackles one of the biggest hurdles that EV owners face and turns it into, essentially, a non-issue. Number 5. Glow-in-the-dark roads. How amazing does that sound? Imagine driving down a highway at night, and instead of squinting to make out faded lane markings under dim streetlights, the road itself illuminates the way. How do these glowing marvels work? Well, special luminescent paint absorbs sunlight during the day and releases that stored energy at night, causing the road markings to glow. It's a bit like those glow-in-the-dark stars that you might have stuck to your ceiling as a kid, but on a much more grand scale. The advantages are better visibility, meaning better reaction time, which can be a lifesaver on winding roads or in poor weather conditions. Now, you're not only following the road, you're also engaging with a roadway that actively guides you. And don't forget the green angle. With the road itself lighting the way, there's less need for energy-guzzling streetlights, making it a more sustainable choice in the long run. Glow-in-the-dark roads are already a reality in some parts of the world. The Netherlands, ever the pioneers of infrastructure innovation, have rolled out a pilot project, a stretch of highway in the province of North Brabant, that was graced with these luminescent markings, and the results are nothing short of illuminating. Number 6. Permeable pavement. The unsung hero in the battle against urban flooding and water waste is permeable pavement. It's like a road that drinks up rainwater like a sponge. Instead of your standard impermeable materials that send rainwater rushing towards drains, or even worse, pooling on the surface, permeable pavements are designed to let water pass through. The technology becomes a cocktail of material science and civil engineering genius. Options range from porous asphalt to pervious concrete, both engineered to let water flow right through, to modular grid systems filled with soil or grass. Beneath the surface, you'll often find layers of gravel that have been separated by permeable membranes in order to aid water flow, and sometimes even built-in filtration systems to remove the impurities. Some of the more advanced setups even have sensors for real-time monitoring of water flow and saturation level. Now, with more and more cities facing extreme weather events, a road that can double as a drainage system is invaluable. No more flooded intersections or waterlogged basements, because the road itself becomes part of the solution. Some cities have already began experimenting with permeable pavements in parking lots and lesser traveled roads, and the results are quite promising. Reduced surface runoff, lower flood risk, and improved water quality are making urban planners take notice. Number 7. Green highways. Now, before you begin wondering if this is just a beautification project, we'll dive into the practical benefits. First off, those trees and plants aren't only there to look pretty, they're hard at work absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. I'm talking about a natural air purification system built right into the infrastructure. Plants can act as biofilters, absorbing pollutants like sulfur dioxide and ammonia, thereby cleaning the air that we breathe. So every time you drive on a green highway, you're essentially part of an eco-friendly loop. But where is this actually taking place? Well, in Germany, for example, stretches of the Autobahn are being lined with noise barriers that also double as vertical gardens, providing both aesthetic and environmental benefits. Similarly, Singapore's roads are often flanked by trees and shrubs, making for some of the most beautiful urban highways in the world. This isn't only a concept, it's a growing movement. Number 8. Elevated cycling highways. Now we'll shift gears quite literally and talk about a future where the bicycle gets the VIP treatment that it deserves. Forget dodging traffic, jostling for space, or inhaling exhaust fumes. These elevated pathways offer a breezy, safe, and efficient ride. So, why is it so important? Well, first of all, it's safety. Every year, countless cyclists will find themselves in dangerous or fatal accidents while sharing the road with cars. Elevated cycling highways eliminate that risk, offering a dedicated space where two wheels rule. And secondly, think about speed. No stoplights, no intersections, just a straight shot to your destination. Commuting by bicycle becomes not only viable, but irresistibly efficient. This isn't only the stuff of dreams, though. Cities like Copenhagen have already implemented elevated cycle tracks, and while places like London and Melbourne are exploring similar high-flying bike routes. Number 9. Smart speed bumps. Now, this one is an absolute game changer. Imagine a speed bump that's there when you need it and gone when you don't. Say hello to liquid speed bumps, the smarter cousin of the traditional asphalt nuisances that we've all come to love or mostly loathe. At its core, it's a tube that's made from a super hard-wearing plastic that's full of non-Newtonian fluid. For those of us who slept through physics class, that's a fluid that can act like a solid under certain conditions. This means the liquid speed bump remains flat for vehicles obeying the speed limit, only stiffening to act like a traditional speed bump when a speeder hits it. It's no joke, it's like a speed bump with a mind of its own. Number 10. Plastic roads. In the final entry on this futuristic journey, we have a look at plastic roads. Asphalt has had its day, to be honest, and it's not just another gimmick, it's an eco-friendly marvel that's taking the world of road construction by storm. The problem of waste plastic is one that we're all painfully aware of. Our oceans are filling up with it, wildlife is suffering, and let's be honest, that reduce, reuse, recycle mantra can only take you so far. That's where the plastic road comes in, turning this problem into a solution. These roads are literally made from recycled plastics, creating a sustainable alternative that's not only good for Mother Earth, but surprisingly good for driving on. And guess what? It's already happening. Countries like the Netherlands and India are experimenting with the technology, proving that it's both viable and beneficial. But wait, there's more. Apart from being eco-friendly, these plastic roads have shown to be more durable and less prone to common road issues like potholes. And if you think about it, fewer potholes means fewer repairs, which translates to cost savings that could very well go back into community development, or dare I say, even more innovative road designs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.